What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today with another season preview. We have the New York Rangers this time. You're probably seeing this video early on Wednesday morning if you are watching it. It's pretty late on Tuesday or on Tuesday morning, I should say. It's pretty late on Monday night. I want to get this done before the end of the day because I'm trying to do a preview every day, and I've done really well with that so far. Rangers GM Chris Drury's in year 5. Coach Mike Sullivan is in year 1. He's the new coach of the New York Rangers. The Rangers, of course, 2022, they go to the conference final. 2023, they're out early in round 1. 2024, they win the President's Trophy. They go to the conference final again, but then they lose. And then they missed the playoffs in 2025, and a season that was just filled with drama around the team. First line, you have Panarin, $11.642 million cap hit until 2026. Then you have Trocheck, $5.625 million until 2029. Probably their most consistent player last year. And then Lafreniere, $7.45 million until 2032 as well. Will Cooley, $3.9 million cap hit until 2027, where he will be an RFA. There's a lot of RFAs coming up in the Rangers organization. However, none of those are really game-changing pieces or projected to be game-changing pieces. JT Miller, $8 million until 2030, and Mika Zibanejad, $8.5 million until 2030. Based off how last year went, you can make arguments about Zibanejad. A lot of Ranger fans want him gone. Personally, I think he'll have a bounce back year. You can't have a worse year than he had last year, just the way everything was going. Third line, you have Berard, RFA in 26. Parisson, $1.25 million cap hit until 2027, where he will be an RFA. And Taylor Radish is brought in, $1.5 million until 2027. Edstrom's an RFA in 2027. Carrick has a $1 million cap hit until 2027, and Rempe is also an RFA in 2027. The big question I have here is the depth of the Rangers up front. You look at this just overall. Parisson, I would not consider a third-line center. He's a guy I would have it on the fourth line or as a 13th forward kind of guy. Radish, after last year playing most of it on the fourth line in Washington, he's had a 20-goal season under his belt with Chicago, so he has potential if he's placed higher in the lineup to score more goals. It's just the depth is similar to Colorado's, where so much of the money is up here. I mean, Panarin's cap hit's coming off the books, but you have Lafreniere making 7.5, Zibanejad 8.5, Miller 8. It's a lot of money up front, and then the defense makes it more expensive, which we'll get to, as well as the goaltending. They do have a lot of forward depth. Brodzinski, Perreault, who's an RFA in 2027, I think he should be in the lineup. Sherry's on a PTO. We'll see if he makes the team. Offman's an RFA in 26. Brisson's an RFA in 27. Sikora's an RFA in 27. Casey Terrence comes over in the Chris Kreider deal, RFA in 2028. Then you also have Fix-Wolansky and Dowling for more veteran presence along with Brodzinski. On the defensive side, you have Gavrikov, $7 million until 2032. That's their big free agent acquisition this offseason. Then you have Adam Fox, $9.5 million until 2029. So that's a lot of money there as well. Not a lot of cap space for this Ranger team. Carson Soucy's got a $3.25 million cap hit until 2026, so that one will come off the books. Will Borgen's been extended for $4.1 million until 2030. He came over in the deal with Seattle that sent Kakko to the Kraken. You have Schneider on the third pairing. I've always been a big fan of Schneider. $2.2 million until 2026, where he will be an RFA. And then Scott Morrow, who played with the Chicago Wolves most of last year from the Carolina Hurricanes organization. He came over in the Keandre Miller deal, as Miller's also gone. He's an RFA in 2026 as well. Only depth they really have on defense is Vakanainen, who they got in the Trouba deal. $1.55 million cap hit until 2027. I wouldn't be surprised if Vakanainen starts as the 6th defenseman and Morrow is the 7th, to be honest. Looking at the goaltending, Shesterkin's extension kicks in, $11.5 million until 2033. Then you have Jonathan Quick, who's coming back for one more year, $1.55 million until 2026. So your complete list of additions and subtractions: Radish, Gavrikov, Morrow, Dowling, Fix-Wolansky are added. Gavrikov's really the main piece there. Subtractions: Kreider gets traded to Anaheim. Keandre Miller's traded to Carolina. Kaliev goes to Ottawa. Dahan, I don't think has been signed. Ruhwedel, I'm pretty sure, retired. Louis Domingue, I think, is still on the market. And Abe Kubel went to Minnesota, I believe. So overall, not a lot of huge departures except for Kreider and Miller. Though you ask Ranger fans, some will say they hate Keandre Miller. Some will say he's a great defenseman. He's a good defenseman. He took a lot of blame that I think was unwarranted, but who knows. Looking at how they did last season, after they won the President's Trophy, they fell to 5th in the division, missed the playoffs, 39, 36, and 7 record for 85 points. 22nd in the league, only one spot above the preview I did last time in the Islanders. Theoretically, they should be a playoff team, but their forward depth is really what concerns me the most about this team. Fix Wolanski and Dowling, you insert them into the lineup, it doesn't really get much better. Maybe if you put Perreault in there, but I think Perreault needs some top 6 minutes. And who are you moving down? Because Will Cooley was probably their second best player last year. And I don't know. I'd put probably Bryson in the lineup, try to get him in there. Sikora could use another year in the minors. Terrence I wouldn't worry about. But Offman, Perreault, and Brisson, as well as Brodzinski, I think all 4 of those guys should be in the lineup, but there's just not enough space. Rempe you could probably see coming in and out of the lineup, but we'll see. The Rangers have a very interesting year ahead of them that they should be getting back to the playoffs. It's going to be close. In this division, it's definitely doable. Overall, Carolina and New Jersey should be in the playoffs. Washington now should be in the playoffs, as well long as Ovechkin is there. It's going to be battling with Columbus, I think, for that. If there's a wild card spot, I think Rangers should beat out Columbus for that, as some of the Columbus's momentum might have faltered following the season where they were playing for Johnny Gaudreau, and it's been the 1-year anniversary since then, so maybe it starts to wear off a little bit. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.